Hi and welcome to Enchanted Adventures. For this video we're going to be doing a ride through of the Haunted Mansion in Disney World. This is my favorite attraction. I love the Haunted Mansion. It's just a perfect attraction to me. It's just a combination of creepy and funny, and it just has all the perfect elements to just bring your inspiration and your imagination to life. I love it. I got the Haunted Mansion hitchhiking ghost here with me. I got my Haunted Mansion shirt on, my Haunted Mansion fedora. I'm all set to go on this ride. If you follow us, you know that I'm a big Halloween buff as well. We have a big Halloween display. A lot of it is inspired by the Haunted Mansion. This is going to be a ride through where we're just going to quickly go over some points. We're not going to go into as much depth as we could for the Haunted Mansion, and we could spend a whole video series on the Haunted Mansion backstory and the details of how it was developed and created, and everything that went into it. It's fascinating as well. But here we're just going to ride through it. We're going to point out a few things, especially pertaining to Halloween, and different things, maybe how some props work and how some of the effects work, and maybe some that we could duplicate for Halloween and do stuff like that. So that's what this video is about. I hope you like it. Please like and subscribe. Give us some comments. Give us some feedback. What you like. What you think we should do. What you're interested in. We're just starting up this channel, so we're just kind of just putting in our initial videos here, and then where we take it from here is up to just what kind of feedback we get and what people are looking for, and just what seems to resonate with people. So follow along with us, and let's go ride the Haunted Mansion.
And we don't usually
here we are at the Pet Cemetery.
Over here
I love the fences here, the wrought iron fences, the little details in there. I think I need more fences. I'm going to need that going forward for next Halloween. Maybe get some more fences in there. Here we are. We're going inside. It's the first wallpaper that you see. You usually think of that iconic purple wallpaper with the faces on it. But there's actually a few different wallpapers in the Haunted Mansion. Here we are with the picture that goes from the young man to the old and eventually dead look, which is a classic, of course. The spooky fireplace down there. We don't get a good shot of it there, but that's okay. Just a lot of the details here. Every time I go on the ride, I've been on it so many times, but you just see so many different details, and I love just looking for new details every time you go through. Just little things here and there, and the woodwork, and the art, and the wrought iron, and metal details, and just everything. Here we go, going into the stretching room. The gargoyle candelabras there. They're great. I love them. I have one of those sitting at our bar. The stretching portraits. You don't realize until you watch the video how many pictures there are in the Haunted Mansion. Various different pictures all over the walls that a lot of times you don't get the chance to see, really. So it's kind of good to go through the video here. You get a little more chance to see them, and just pick out some of these details that you wouldn't see otherwise. Here we are, the ghost host. He's talking. That's the legendary Paul Frees, amazing voice actor. He was in so many things, like in the 60s and 70s, even into the 80s. His voice everywhere you hear it. It always makes me think of the Haunted Mansion whenever I hear it. But you watch so many cartoons or different videos and stuff like that, and you hear his voice in there. The pictures are going to start to stretch now. We're still loading. So we're still seeing the pictures now. They're starting to stretch, and we're starting to get a sense of the disturbing images that are hidden underneath.
Is this haunted room actually stretching? Or is it your imagination? And consider this dismaying observation. This chamber has no windows and no doors. Which offers you this chilling challenge to find a way out. Of course, there's always my way.
And it goes black. You see the figure hanging there. It's kind of gruesome. It's usually pretty scary for first-timers. Little kids usually freak out at this point. They're like, I want to get out, I want to get out. It's too late now, kid.
Now, as they say,
The door opens.
and we'll continue
Start.
and let's all
Door opens. There's the door. There it is. Okay. Walk through this hallway, which again is one of those things that you're usually rushed along here and you're shuffled along in the crowd and you don't really get to see these details. So it's fun to just go through here and be able to look at them, like those skull kind of images in the door frames and in the woodworking. And again, here you see some of those pictures that I was talking about, all these different pictures that are along the walls here, creepy pictures of different things, and a lot of them have meanings or some kind of hidden meaning to the Haunted Mansion or to how the ride was built or what went into it or who built it or who had ideas and that kind of stuff. So it's fun to learn about those details. Can't see them that well here, some of these as well in the dark here, unfortunately, but chandeliers here with the creepy look and the webs. This one's a portrait of like a fisherman or something. It goes back to one of the original ideas for the Haunted Mansion was to have it even a boat ride and kind of make it like a sunken pirate house mansion of an old pirate captain. We get on, and again you see a bunch of those pictures along the wall there. Usually you're rushing to get on the ride, you don't really have time to stop and look at. And that detail, again, those kind of faces in the woodwork there, creepy. And along here above you here, that kind of looks like a face too. And here we are in the entranceway with the stairs. There with that kind of falcon candelabra there. We are down the long hallway, red hallway. These pictures that flash with the lightning and change. Love that. We've kind of duplicated that in some of the different pictures that we hang outside, in our changing portrait type of one that we created. With the image, with the TV image. Library. With these busts that seem to turn and look at you. They're actually inverted. They're not really busts at all. They're kind of like an inverted image. That they're really not that hard to make either. We're considering making that as well this year. It's just a matter of lighting them properly to get them to have that effect. I love this room here. We call it with the organ and the shadow of the ghost playing and just the way the lighting is and the view out the window there. Just also creepy. We enter this area with all the crazy stairs and the candelabras and everything gets you kind of all loses all your sense of direction and stuff here with everything upside down and the weird footprints and then the eyes on the wall that fade into the wallpaper. I love that effect. It's kind of hard to see here, but see the lights, the eyes just kind of fade into the images in the wallpaper. Now we come to the endless corridor, the suit of armor there. It used to move sometimes, but it doesn't anymore. That candelabra floating in the hallway. There we see a chair with the Raleigh Crumps effect there of the face of the chair. Here we are in the conservatory with the ghost coming out of the coffin there, and the raven. The raven shows up quite a few places in the Haunted Mansion, and really love to get a good raven too. Here's another bunch of pictures again that you see along the walls there. All kinds of weird pictures that you hardly get to see as you go past them. Clock. I love the clock. Obviously, we have our own clock similar. And then we're into the seance room with Maddie and Leota. Calling in the spirits, and then we go from here. We go from the first part of the mansion where it's more kind of just ominous and creepy, and don't really see the ghosts until now. We get to see ghosts that are fully formed now after the seance. We get past this, and it changes. There's the raven again. I'd really like to get maybe a decent looking raven, and maybe put some LEDs in the eyes like that. I think the ravens are just really creepy and a very fall Halloween type of image, so really like to have ravens in my display. And here we are at the classic ballroom scene. There's just, again, so many details in here, so many things to see. You just can never seem to take it all in. You got the hearse there backed up with the ghosts coming out of it, and the ones hanging on the candelabra there. All the ghosts here, that one with the legs sticking out from under the table, and one's dancing. Of course, the portraits, dueling. I always wanted to do that effect too. Get two ghosts and have them, be able to turn and have guns and kind of point at each other like that. The organ there is awesome. That actually comes from 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. That organ is actually in the Nautilus. Here we are in the attic now with Constance Hatchaway, the bride, and all of her husband/victims. See, in each picture, she gains another pearl necklace for every husband that she kills. In the end, I think she has 5 here. You can see on the figure necklaces there. And here's where hopefully the Hatbox Ghost will go when he comes to Disney World. But now, we exit out of the mansion itself, backwards through the window. You see here the image of the graveyard as we go, and the ghosts shooting up. I love that. I love that there are just so many different types of ghosts. Some of them are just like ghostly, spirits and vague, misty things like that. And some of them are full form, so it's all different kind of ghosts. Here's the caretaker and his dog. Outside the gates. Here we are with all the ghosts in the cemetery, and there's just so many different things here and so many things to see. You just can't ever seem to get them all in. I just love the way they're lit. Everything is lit so well, and the way they glow like that. Just can never seem to replicate it exactly, but do the best we can. And here's the singing busts. We have something similar. We have the singing pumpkins. So we kind of took that from the mansion. There's so many ghosts here. There's the tea drinker there, the hand sticking out. One's coming out of the hearse again. Another hearse. The mummy, the guy with the big horn. Another dog, the ghost dog in the back there. The opera singers, I love that. This kind of specter one here. The headless executioner guy there. The prisoner, this guy bricking himself in the crypt there. It's like that effect too. And then we come to the hitchhikers. There they are. They look so awesome. Ready to get in. I always want to take them home. Like, yes, come on, get in. Yes, follow me home, please. Here's the newer effect here of the hitchhikers with the projections here. Some people like the projections more. Some like the old way. Some people think the projections just lose some of the realism of it, but whatever. Yeah, they're fun. And here's what they call Little Leota, which is kind of this projection face on this creepy little doll. Final arrangements now. The ride looks like it's stuck here for a little bit. Video, so skip ahead. We'll skip ahead till we come off. And this is the saddest, scariest part when you have to get off. Return to the real world. Ghost will follow you home. And we say goodbye to the mansion. I love even the stonework here. It's still the effect still carries on here. The cobwebs and the door and the windows and in the chandeliers. Even as you're walking out, you still have that feeling of being, in this crypt or this dungeon underneath the mansion. And here we are on the outside, and again, I love the view here. And, you come up and you see this, and you just know you're going into the haunted mansion. So I just love that. Here's the pet cemetery again. Mr. Toad. So that's it. That's the Haunted Mansion. That's our walkthrough. Hopefully we get some inspiration from this and get back in the Halloween spirit and the spooky mode. And I know I want to now just go back to Florida and get on the Haunted Mansion personally
Doesn't cost any more than a
right
regular
now.
vacation at MickeyTravels.com.
Let's get some plane tickets. Let's go.
Be sure to check out
All right. Thanks for watching, and we'll have another video soon. Maybe we'll do another walkthrough of maybe Pirates of the Caribbean or Tower of Terror we could do. So we'll see how this goes, and people enjoy it. Like, subscribe, and keep us going, because it's hard now in the middle of time between one Halloween and the next to keep it going. So follow us and like us, and comment on what you like, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.